Alright, so this seasonal Burn the Witch Ninny is definitely an older unit, but it's still a great unit in my opinion. The Burn the Witch units, at the time of their release were definitely some of the best in game. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Ninny to see how well she holds up today. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you do, leave a like. If you are new to the channel, you have been here for a while, subscribe. I want to get to 350 subscribers. Now with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, this Ninny is a heart unit with the Soul Reaper, no affiliation killer. Two great killers in my opinion. Soul Reapers you'll see often, no affiliation enemies, just a good killer. Now her soul trait is a strong attack recharge time minus 14%, a soul trait you really don't see on most SP units. She is a ranged unit with weakening on all of her attacks. As for her most notable skills, she does have guard break, strength +2, and innovator for her innate skills. She is a pot unit. She has the super mind and the regular mind. Increased pot links +5 skills, as you can see here. Havoc 20%, frenzy +2, defibrillator +5 seconds. Increased status element chance against her killers, Soul Reapers, no affiliation enemies, and 100% chance to hit hidden enemies, which is really good because Soul Reapers and no affiliation enemies do have some enemies that hide underground, so that's pretty good to have. So an old unit, but still some great skills. You can never go wrong with a super linked lot potion unit. Her devastation is pretty high at 60%, so that's good as well. Frenzy +2 is always great, more hits on your strong attacks. And yeah, that's it for her skills. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the build. Mari, fortification pill, the Katsukoran. As for the character links, just some strong attack reduction and full stamina damage boost links. And as for the bonus abilities, full stamina damage boost and the +200 SP. And so that was a quick overview of her skills and the build, and let's go ahead and jump into some content to see what she can do. Alright, so here we are in a co-op inheritance trial. It is currently no affiliation enemies, so this unit will have killer, which is great. Oh, I forgot to mention, this Ninny, my Ninny, is only 1 out of 5, so this is pretty much the bare minimum that this unit will be able to do. But her having killer, she'll be, she'll have that extra killer effect. So it will just help out this unit a lot because she is really old. And yeah, having that increased status chance always helps out, You can never go wrong with a skill like that. But the only thing is, it is locked behind her killers, no affiliation and Soul Reapers, which isn't too bad in my opinion, I guess. But it would really help out if it just wasn't restricted to those two. She is not immune to any status elements, so you do have to be mindful of those status elements on the ground. And also, in this run, we don't have the Safui Kaname. So the Safui Kaname, he increases heart attribute characters' movement speed by 30% and strong attack damage by 20%. If he was here, we would move 30% faster, and our strong attacks would be doing 30% more damage as well. Let's see, anything else? No, that's pretty much it. She's not too different from her counterpart, the Noelle. I mean, the major difference obviously is the Noelle is a speed unit, and she has the Hollow Killer instead of the Soul Reaper Killer. They both have no affiliation. As I was mentioning in the last run, I was talking about her counterpart, the Noelle. The Noelle is a speed unit. Instead of the Soul Reaper, she has Hollow, but they both have the no affiliation killer. And they pretty much have the same skills, really. But the Noelle has Frenzy +1 and Bombardment, and she also has the status element Spiritual Pressure boost, which is just great paired alongside the increased status chance. Only it is against those killers. And they both have they both do hit hidden enemies 100%. So, somewhat similar, but I do think the Noelle is stronger. Just the bombardment and status element spiritual pressure boost, is just great. Not to mention the increased status chance as well. But her frenzy at +1, while the Ninny is at +2. That's pretty good. Yeah, not much to say about these units really. You know, they're old, so they don't really have any of the spectacular skills that most units have nowadays. No gauge effect, no guard break plus hit enemies or any of that. But there's some decent super pot units that are good, and you know, they're Burn the Witch units, and these Burn the Witch units don't come around all too often, except for like rerun banners. They're like official banners don't even come out anymore. So yeah. So if you do have these Burn the Witch units, definitely use them. They're still good, and they, you know, it's currently no affiliation to IT, and Ninny and Noel both have that killer, so use them for some pretty easy pot run. Now we lost our full stem, so we can take a look at it without full stem now. Well, alright. Iframes on our SA3 did not last long enough. I already showed their soul bomb off, so I'll just be skipping it for the rest of this video. Just waiting for my strong attacks to come back off on cooldown. Won't be a problem if, you know, we had great NAD units like 1000 Year Blood War Eisen, so we don't have to wait for our strong attack. But hey, that's just me. Yeah, I really don't have much else to say about this unit. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten a Safui Kaname in these runs yet, so, you know, we really don't have his support. But other than that, yeah, just still a decent old Burn the Witch unit. If you summon on the Burn the Witch banners that come around, you know, just somewhat often, then you may not have this unit, as she's been out for a long time, so you probably have more dupes in this unit than I do. So your Ninny might be a lot stronger than mine. So I guess we can do a quick overview on the goods and the full pros and cons of this unit. Pros are, she's a super pot unit, you can never go wrong with that. She's a collaboration unit, those units are rare. She's old, and because she's old, she doesn't come around all too often, so I guess that's kind of really a con. Pro, Frenzy +2, she does have the increased status helmet chance, though it is only against her killers, which is Soul Reapers and no affiliation. But the Soul Reaper and no affiliation enemies do have enemies that hide underground, but she does have, you know, have the 100% hidden chance enemies, so that's good as well. Now some of the cons, she does not have any immunity to any status elements, so your movement in IT is very restrictive, and she doesn't have any way to heal, which is unfortunate as well. So since we took those hits, we have no way to go back to full stamina. But that swimsuit Rangeku does have the increase, well, not the increase, but she recovers stamina in between stages 20%. That's how we've been getting our health back. If she wasn't here, we pretty much would lose our full stam. Alright, so that's going to be it for this one. Overall, the seasonal Ninny is, you know, just a pretty old but still great unit with 2 killers, so Reaper no affiliation. Her soul trait is the strongest at recharge time -14%. Really don't see that on a lot of SP units nowadays. She is also a super pot unit, which will help you know just get extra pots in IT. Frenzy +2, increased status chance against her killers, which are Soul Reapers no affiliation, and hidden enemies, which these affiliations right here that she has killer against do have enemies that are hidden quite often, so this is a good skill to have. And her devastation is high at 60%. That's good as well. So that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching. As usual, until next time.